Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another quiz. So today you will have 40 questions again based on general knowledge. So whoever have come new for this quiz, you can get the quiz link in the description of the YouTube link given, and also you can give it, you can get it in the live chat. And Zoom link is also given in the description. Pinky Hasini Creations. They say, sir, start the quiz, sir, eagerly waiting to learn while playing. Okay, good. Rama Radha. They were asking about Zoom link. Zoom link is already given in the description. So we have 44 participants as of now. Within a minute, I will start the quiz. Okay, it's 7:35 now. We have 45 participants. Good to go. So wish you all the very best. So because I'm going to award the first 3 positions, the top 3 winners. So read the question carefully and answer the right one. Okay, let's begin. Good luck. First question on your screens. Which of these is a sweetened whole milk product containing layers of clotted cream? There ends the time. 33 members made their choice within the time. Looking at the leaderboard scores, we have Anirudh the B on the top, followed by Rishika Bashita. 11 members answered it correctly as rubbery. Very good. In Telugu, we'll call it as Basundi. Okay, very good. Moving on to the next question. Okay, question number 2 on your screens. Which Mughal emperor was named after Sheikh Salim Chishti? Seconds you will have for every question to pick up the right choice. There ends the time. Okay, 41 members made their choice. Looking at the leaderboard scores, top 1 position T. Rishika, followed by B. Anirudh. So Jahangir is the right answer. 19 members answered it correctly. Wonderful. So moving on to the next question, question number 41, question number 3 on your screens now. Which of these is not a designation in the Indian Parliament? Which of these is not a designation in the Indian Parliament? ends the time. 42 members picked their choice. Looking at the leaderboard scores now. Top 1 position is changed. Second position is changed. 12 members answered it correctly. Chief spokesperson is not the designation in Indian Parliament. Moving on to the next question. Question number 4 on your screens now. Which of these is not a Central American country? Which of these is not a Central American country? See, I hope every participant is here to learn, right? Don't try to, get disappointed if you could not make it with the answers. 39 members answered it. And looking at the leaderboard scores, top 1, 2, 3, and 6 positions were replaced. 14 members answered it correctly. Moving on to the next position. Question number 5 on your screens now. Which bird lays the smallest egg in relation to the size of the mother? Which bird lays the smallest egg in relation to the size of its mother? Thirty-eight members answered it. First, second, and seventh positions were replaced with new people, and 5 members answered it correctly. See, here the key point of the answer is in relation to the size of the mother. When ostrich is big, when it is the egg of ostrich is compared to the size of its mother, definitely the egg becomes small. The question is not asking you who lays the smallest egg. The main point of the question is in relation to the size of the mother. Majority of the people selected kiwi, but ostrich is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 6 on your screens now. Which of these is not primarily black and white in color? Which of these is not primarily black and white in color? Great. 41 members made their choice here. And the leaderboard scores 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 positions were replaced. 17 members answered it correctly. Flamingo is the right answer because we will find it in different colors. Great. Moving on to the next question. Question number 7. Here it comes on your screens now. In the 1940s, the map of which flag was redrawn by the cartographer Leo Dorsthoff? First of all, you need to remember which flag will have a map on it. Then we can find out why it was redrawn. There ends the time. 40 members made their choice. 4th, 5th, and 7th positions were replaced. 14 members answered it correctly as United Nations. Great. Moving on to the next question. Question number 8 on your screens now. Which was Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif's first film together? Which was Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif's first film together? There ends the time. 42 members picked their choice. Fourth, fifth, sixth positions were replaced with new people. 24 members answered it correctly. Maine pyar kyun kiya? Okay. Moving on to next question. Question number 9 on your screens now. Which of these is not in New York? Which of these is not in New York? I think all the names were bridges. All these names were bridges. Which of these bridges is not in New York? Time is up. 40 members pick their choice. And the leaderboard scores. Third, fourth, fifth positions were replaced. The 19 members answered it correctly. Wonderful. Very good. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 10 on your screens now. Of all the characters by William Shakespeare, who has the most lines to deliver? So which character will have more lines to deliver in the plays written by William Shakespeare? There ends the time. 41 members picked their choice, and looking at the leaderboard scores. Okay, third, fourth, and sixth, I guess, positions were replaced. 11 members answered it correctly. Hamlet, even I thought it was Romeo, when I have seen the question for the first time. Majority of the people selected Romeo, but it is Hamlet. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 11 on your screens now. Which tree appears on the emblem of Saudi Arabia? Even though we don't remember the emblem of Saudi Arabia, you can get the answer by looking at the options and which tree usually you will find in that area. Time is up. 45 members made their choice. And 7th position is replaced with the new person. 35 members answered it correctly as date palm tree. Very good. Moving on to the next question. Question number 12. Here comes on your screens. Which country is the world's largest nesting site for olive Ridley turtles? World's largest nesting site for olive Ridley turtles. Time is up. 45 members. We have active participants here out of 72 participants, and the top first position is replaced with a new person. 7 members answered it correctly as India. We never thought it was India, right? But it is. So 13 members, 13th question here comes on your screens. Which of these politicians' father was not a chief minister of a state, of any state? Which of these politicians' father was not a chief minister? Okay, 45 members picked up. We have active 45 participants. Third and fourth positions were pulled up with new people. 10 members answered it correctly as Sachin Pilot. Now we can discuss many things for every question, but I don't want to waste time because everybody have curiosity to get into the next question. But one day we will try to discuss. Question number 14, here comes. In Test cricket history, which is the only team to have played 2 tied Test matches? In Test cricket history, which is the only team to have played 2 tied Test matches? Time is up. 48 members picked up their choice now. Great, no change in the top 7 positions here. 11 members answered it correctly as Australia. 23 members, majority of the people selected India, which is a wrong answer. Moving on to the next question. Question number 15 on your screens now. Who gave the middle name Priyadarshini to Indira Gandhi? Who gave the middle name Priyadarshini to Indira Gandhi? Forty-six members made their choice. G. Sahiti pulled up to the 6th position. 14 members answered it correctly. Rabindranath Tagore. He has given names to many people, in fact. Moving on to the next question. Question number 16 on your screens now. The northern white rhinoceros is white in color. Is this true or false? The northern white rhinoceros is white in color. Is this true or false? Time is up. 49 members picked up their choice. Looking at the leaderboard scores, 6th and 7th positions were pulled up with new people. 26 members answered it correctly as false. Yes, it is not in white color. Moving on to the next question. It will be a little bit of gray in color. 17th question. Over 60% of the gold that has been mined is used for what? Over 60% of the gold that has been mined is used for what? Female participants will definitely give the right answer, I guess. 50 members answered it within the time frame. 5th and 7th positions were replaced with new people. Looking at the scoreboard, okay, 28 members answered it correctly as ornaments. Yes. Moving on to the next question. Question number 18 on your screens now. It's a fill in the blank. Alphabetically, the name of which state would come between Goa and Haryana? Alphabetically, the name of which state would come between Goa and Haryana? There are many mixed answers coming up by the participants. Okay. I have given more time for the fill in the blank. The name of which state would come between Goa and Haryana alphabetically? Time is up. 44 members made their choice within the time. And looking at the leaderboard scores, third and sixth positions were replaced. And 14 members answered it correctly as Gujarat. You know, if you have written the wrong spelling also, it goes as wrong, right? Okay, great. Moving on to the next question. Question number 19 on your screens. It's also a fill in the blank. Which is the coldest planet in the solar system with temperatures of minus 224 degrees centigrade Celsius? Centigrade. Celsius or centigrade? Both are correct. Which is the coldest planet in the solar system with temperatures of minus 224 centigrade? I did not, the question is not asking the continent, it's asking the planet in the solar system. Time is up. 48 members made their choice out of 83 participants. No change in the top 7 positions. Only 7 members answered it correctly as Uranus. 41 incorrect responses we have received. So moving on to the next question. Question number 28. By what common name do Londoners refer to their underground railway system? By what common name do Londoners refer to their underground railway system? If you have habit of watching TVs or news, then you can easily get that. And it is also linked, the name is also linked in another way to all of us. Let me check the leaderboard scores. Third and fifth positions were pulled up with new people, and 9 members answered it as tube, which is the right one. 10 members answered it correctly as tube. 29, majority of the people selected as subway, and definitely it's wrong answer. Subway, I guess they use it, you know, the pedestrian walks, you know, even we use it as subway, but the railway system, underground railway system, is used as tube, and which even YouTube also has come out of it, I guess. Let's move on to the next question, 21. Question number 21 on your screens. Which among these would you not find at a Christian wedding? Read the options carefully. Which among these would you not find at a Christian wedding? Maybe you will get confused between page boy and pallbearer, I guess. Time is up. 49 members made their choice. Looking at the leaderboard scores, third, sixth, and seventh positions were replaced. 12 members answered it correctly as pallbearer, because you will not find this pallbearer at Christian weddings. You will find them at the time of death ceremonies. Yeah. Moving on to the next question. Question number 22nd. Because which of these terms is not used in the Indian Parliament? Not used. Which of these terms is not used in the Indian Parliament? Time is up. 48 members picked up their choice. Sixth position is replaced with a new person. 14 members answered it correctly as silence, please. Okay, good. Moving on to the next question. Question number 23rd on your screens now. What is the color of taxis in London? I know that in Dubai you will find 3 different types of taxis. So what about the London? What is the color of taxis in London? It was shown in many movies, I guess. Time is up. 47 members made their choice. Leaderboard scores, 4th and 5th positions were replaced with new people. 17 members answered it correctly as black. Moving on to the next question. Question number 24 on your screens now. Which is the only bird to have its nose at the end of its bill? Kunal Singh is doing good in the live chat. Which is the only bird to have its nose at the end of its bill? You should remember now all the pictures of these birds. 49 members made their choice. Looking at the scoreboard, leaderboard score, 2nd, 3rd and 5th positions were replaced with new people. 13 members answered it correctly as kiwi. Very good. Moving on to the next question. Question number 25. Here comes now. What would you enter through the Sirhi Darwaza named after Sirchindi Begum? So once you enter this Darwaza, which fort or mahal you will enter? What would you enter through the Sirhi Darwaza named after Sirchindi Begum? There ends the time. 45 members picked up their choice, and 3rd position is replaced with a new person. 9 members answered it correctly as Taj Mahal. Very good. Moving on to the next question. Question number 26 on your screens now. Which of these readings is an example of high blood pressure? Which of these readings is an example of high blood pressure? Time is up. 46 members picked up their choice. 5th and 7th positions were replaced with new people. 19 members answered it correctly. Moving on to the next question. Question number 27. Which of these is not one of the 3 main types of paint used by artists? Which of these is not one of the 3 main types of paint used by artists? It is talking about artists. 48 members made their choice, and the leaderboard scores, 3rd and 6th positions were pulled up with new person. 27 members answered it correctly as distemper. Very good. Moving on to the next question. Question number 28 on your screens now. Which of these is not a kind of seat in a passenger aircraft? Which of these is not a kind of seat in a passenger aircraft? 48 members made their choice, and the leaderboard score fifth position is replaced with a new person pulled up from the bottom. 14 members answered it correctly as emergency. Unlike in the train or railway system, you will not have emergency seat in the aircraft. So moving on to the next question, question number 29 on your screens now. In comics, Sabu stayed on Earth after tasting Bini Chachi's paratha and what else? In comics, Sabu stayed on Earth after tasting Bini Chachi's paratha and what is the combination? 43 members made their choice. Fifth position is replaced with a new person, and 9 members answered it correctly as halwa. Okay, usually what we'll think, we'll try to pick up the choice, a combination with what we eat along with paratha, but actually it's halwa. Moving on to the next question, question number 30th on your screens now. Which of these is a US state capital? Which of these is a US state capital? There ends the time. Okay, 44 members and only 2 members picked up. The right choice as Boston. Now what has happened? 28 members answered it correctly, chose New York, but Boston is the capital of Massachusetts. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 31. Which of these is not a fruit? Read all the 4 options and which is not a fruit. There ends the time. Third, 6th and 7th positions were replaced. 30 members answered it correctly. Moving on to the next question. Question number 32 on your screens now. Which of these is a state capital? Of these is a state capital. Forty-four members made their choice. 4th position is pulled up with a new person. 24 members answered it correctly. Moving on to the next question. Question number 33 on your screens. The book Bapi, the Love of My Life is a daughter's tribute to which legendary father? The book Bapi, the Love of My Life is a daughter's tribute to which legendary father? 42 members made their choice out of 89 participants. The leaderboard scores. Fourth and fifth positions were replaced. Okay, 15 members answered it correctly as Ravi Shankar. Very good. Moving on to the next question. Question number 34 on your screens. Hand or glove, rod, string, shadow, and flat are different types of what? In which of the given below all these things were used? Hand or glove, rod, string, shadow, and flat are different types of what? Great, time is up. 44 members made their choice. Third and fifth positions were replaced. 19 members answered it correctly as puppets. So maybe 16 members answered it as boxing styles. Maybe they decided their choice by reading hand or glove. But what about rod, string, shadow? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 35. Here comes on your screens. Which of these is a carnivore? Which of these is a carnivore? Time is up. We have 44 participants, active participants. Third and seventh positions were replaced. 24 members answered it correctly as polar bear. Moving on to the next question, question number 36 on your screens now. Giraffes have 32 teeth, just like you and me. Is it true or false? Giraffes have 32 teeth, just like you and me. Is it true or false? There ends the time. 44 members made their choice. Third, fifth, and sixth positions were replaced. 22 members answered it correctly. Looking at the bad weather, I feel there may be a power loss, so we'll quickly finish this. Whose wife cut off a part of the Bodhi tree because he gave it too much attention? Because her husband gave it too much attention to Bodhi tree. Which king's wife cut off a part of Bodhi tree because he gave it too much attention? Time is up. Let's move on to the next question here. Blossom the cow inspired which famous scientist? Blossom the cow inspired which famous scientist? Members, 43 members picked up their choice. There ends the time. Let's move on to the next question. Leaderboard scores, fifth and sixth positions were replaced. 17 members answered it correctly. 39th question here comes on your screens. If the Pushkar fair is held in Rajasthan, in which state is a Nagaur fair held? If the Pushkar fair is held in Rajasthan, in which state is the Nagaur fair held? That's a little confusing and tricky, right? ends the time. Last question of the day. Which famous South African wore Mariba shirts? Mariba shirt is a loose-fitting silk shirt usually adorned in a bright and colorful print. If you remember the pictures of these famous people. Last question of the day, but you will have 5 feedback questions which will not be scored. This will be the last question to score. So time is up. 42 members picked up their choice. Second, fourth, fifth positions were replaced. So 21 members answered it correctly as Nelson Mandela. So moving on to the next few questions, which will be actually the feedback questions, which you will not get a score. So do you like the quizzes conducted by Santosha sir? So what will be your feedback? Okay, time is up. Let's move on to the next question. Next feedback question, in fact. So do you recommend the YouTube channel to your friends and relatives? Okay, I see here few members have answered I will not recommend. I would really appreciate if you could tell me why, so that I can make some changes. So let's move on to the next poll question, feedback question. So do you think I should continue to conduct the quizzes or stop them? So one person is asking me to stop the quizzes. Okay, time is up. Let's move on to the next one, 44th. That means another a feedback question. Let's see what it is. So how do you encourage me? Okay, nice to see the responses here. So let's move on to the last and final feedback question of today. So why do you play the quizzes conducted by Santosha sir? Okay, thank you for your feedback. I'll just go through your responses later. Let's check the final scores for today's quiz. Third position, Chaitra U. Bhavana on second position, B. Anirudh on the first position. Congratulations for the top 3 participants, the winners of today's quiz. And I appreciate time and effort of each and every participant who have participated today. If you would like to have your individual scores to find out how well you answered, how much time you took for every question, how many errors you made, where you made, how you made. And all these details will be provided in a PDF format. So you can just send a WhatsApp message to me to my number 8897384856, and within a few minutes I will send you the detailed scores. So I hope, as you have mentioned in the feedback questions, I hope you will encourage this particular channel to keep going, and so that it will be an encouragement for me as well to conduct more and more quizzes. Okay, then see you all.